Their leadership was a bunch of pushovers. Larry Scott and George Kliavkoff. They promised the world. They delivered none of it, and now there's no conference. I saw this and said, yeah, nice for the Big 12 and your mark, but why would Kliavkoff be cool? Quote, George was fantastic. What is that phone call like? Yeah, George, I'm taking 4 of your schools, and basically you're going to go bankrupt, and everybody's going to be without a job coming up here shortly. Man, it's great to hear your voice. How are the kids? How's the summer been? I know, a hot one, huh? But it moves so fast. All right, yeah, no problem. What are you taking? Utah, right, got it. Arizona State, okay. They got Arizona with them, right? Yeah. We already knew Colorado. Okay. Well, I'm so glad to hear your voice. Good to catch up. Tell Nancy I said hello. I mean, George was fantastic. I don't want to hear that if I'm the Pac-12. I'm going to lose my job because this ass allowed our league to be destroyed and he was, quote, fantastic on the other end of the line. The Pac-12 is going to go from $30 million a year to the 4 schools that are left, probably about $5 or $6 million bucks a year in TV revenue, which means they're going to have to slash budgets. Your job is done. Your job is done. You no longer work here. Field hockey, no more team. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, sports information department. Yeah, we're going from 7 people to 2 people. This is going to happen across the board at these schools. And Kliavkoff was, quote, fantastic. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why? This is not the time to be friends. What a chump, Kliavkoff. He was fantastic. We had a great relationship. We're going to see him a few weeks. I'm going to see him coming up here at one of the industry meetings. I'd like to know what George Kliavkoff's going to talk about at these industry meetings. How to watch a massive century-old enterprise disintegrate under you? And he'll be speaking, the keynote speaker for How to Ruin Your Business. Here is, please welcome George Kliavkoff. Oh, wow. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. The Pac-12 is in a bad way, and now there's a Pac-4, and it looks like Stanford and Cal are going to be kept out of the ACC, which is fine. They don't really belong in the ACC. It would just be a desperation move for the ACC, worried about somebody else leaving, and they should just take care of their own in-house and not have to worry about adding Cal and Stanford. And for Cal and Stanford, they don't. Going to the ACC is again, a desperation move just to try to hold on for dear life to more cash, when in reality, they should stay on the West Coast, either go independent in football, what they should do, at least Stanford should, go independent in football, become Notre Dame of the West Coast, and then the rest of your teams, your Olympic sports, non-revenue sports, compete in the Mountain West. And you know what? Let the Mountain West absorb these 4 schools, at least for the non-revenue sports, and call it the Pac-12. I don't think the Mountain West would care. They would probably appreciate the brand recognition to remain the Pac-12 or to become the Pac-12. And then you stay regionalized and you stay local and you can stay with travel budgets that are reasonable. And then in football, you can create your own schedule and do whatever you want. I mean, there's certainly enough donors at Stanford if they wanted to get some money out of the Silicon Valley tech bros that are billionaires. They can certainly do that to pay for a few flights. But you join forces with the Mountain West, which is a very good group of 5, if not the best group of 5 conference. Let them take the brand of the Pac-12, and then that's how you survive, and you hope that over the next television contract, which is going to be a ways away, but that's when you can hopefully get a little bit better revenue out of it. And you have to prove yourself over the duration of this television deal. And you're going to have to ask for your local donors and your alumni base to pony up a little bit. But when I saw this. Oh, it's nice. Nice to know that George Kliavkoff is fabulous. He's such a great guy to work with as we steal all of his inventory. That's nice to know. Very nice.